Apart from COVID, economy slumped post-demonetization and GST. The slump in the Indian economy before COVID-19. Something people never focus on in the Indian economy is how the crash came after demonetization and GST implementation. There was a definite slowdown in production in markets and also a slump in consumption. Markets turned more towards China, zooming the trade markets between India and China. In fact, the India-China bilateral trade increased by 15.3% to over $31 billion in the first quarter of this year, according to trade data released by the Chinese customs on Wednesday, despite strained relations due to the lengthy military deadlock in eastern Ladakh. During the three-month period from January to March, China's exports to India zoomed to $27.1 billion. Last year, the India-China bilateral trade hit a record high of over $125 billion. While the Indian economy took a heavy hit in the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, as it did in the world, there is a slow recovery, but India was facing a meltdown even before COVID, which economists fail to point out. While heavy tax measures and other implementations may have helped the government's treasury, it placed heavy burdens on the common citizen amid declining jobs and inflation. For with the rise in fuel prices, all items in the market are soaring. RBI statement. The RBI released the Report on Currency and Finance (RCF) for the year 2021-22 on Friday, whose theme is Revive and Reconstruct, in the context of nurturing a durable recovery post-COVID and raising trend growth in the medium term. The Indian economy may take over 12 years to overcome the COVID-19 losses, according to a report released by the Reserve Bank of India (RBI). In its report on currency and finance for the year 2021-22, the RBI said, the pandemic is a watershed moment and the ongoing structural changes catalyzed by the pandemic can potentially alter the growth trajectory in the medium term. Sustained thrust on capital expenditure by the government, push to digitalization and growing opportunities for new investment in areas like e-commerce, startups, renewables and supply chain logistics could, in turn, contribute to step up the trend growth while closing the formal-informal gap in the economy, the report noted. IMF, India may not become the $5 trillion economy before FY29. A recent report from IMF reveals that India may not become a $5 trillion economy before FY29, as the IMF data shows. IMF's expectation is higher than that of the RBI, which sees growth at 7.2% in the current fiscal and 6.3% in the next. The severity of India's economic crisis is evident when quantified. The real growth in average incomes is slower than that in consumption and investments, and the nominal growth in company tax collection is slower than growth in nominal incomes, data shows.